Hey everybody, Playtendoguy here, and I'm back with another video. It's Monday morning, so you know what that means. It's time to hit the road and do a bit of Blu-ray, DVD, and video game shopping. So today we're going to hit up a couple of towns and hit up a few shops and see what's out. Nothing really new that's coming out today that I really want, but we'll have a look nevertheless. So without further ado, let's hit the road and see what we can find. But before we hit the road, let's have a nice coffee, bacon sandwich, and a lovely muffin. Yeah, incredibly delicious. On the way to Peterborough, and there is traffic jams galore because the road is up for maintenance, so we've had to take a detour. But unfortunately, look at this amount of traffic, it is unbelievable. Anyway, after a long waiting around, we've finally arrived at Tesco Hampton, and first up is Tesco itself. And first up, I'm seeing not really a lot here. They do have Batman The Long Halloween Part 2, which is good. It's only £12, and we've also got a selection of the typical Blu-rays that have been released over the past few weeks, such as Peter Rabbit and Chaos Walken. There's also a bit of G.I. Joe as well. There's a load of box sets and a few DVDs, but nothing really here that's new but Batman The Long Halloween. As for the video games, again, nothing really new here, no really good discounts and no big new releases, but here's a quick look nevertheless. As we waited so long to get to Peterborough, it's time for another latte and a bacon sandwich. Yep, again, absolutely delicious. The first Poundland of the day, and unfortunately it's the same old stuff as last week and the week before. This one in Peterborough hasn't had a delivery for absolutely ages. All the titles here are just old stuff they just can't get rid of. Again, really need a new delivery. Next up is game, and unfortunately nothing really new here. I'll show you the Mario Lego set that they've got here, the new one that contains Luigi in, which is pretty cool, and here's the discount aisle of games. And nothing really new here. I think it's mostly just the same old games that were here last week, but some good offers nevertheless. And also, here's a quick look at the PlayStation 4 chart. Nothing really new here. We do have F1, but that's about it. Next up is Smibes or Smiths, and we're at the Pokemon section. We've got some nice plushes here, as well as a Pikachu Pop, the big one, for only £20, which isn't too bad. Here's a quick look at the pop vinyls that are on offer, and we have got the new pop vinyls for the Suicide Squad film, which is pretty cool, and we do have a good selection of pops in general, from He-Man to superhero films and to loads of TV shows in general. Not a bad little mix. I also noticed these small little TV things that are like 20 or 25 quid, and if you press a button on them they show like clips from the TV show, which is pretty cool, though I don't understand why Family Guy and South Park are in a children's toy store, but hey. Here's a look at some of the Star Wars stuff, and we've got another lovely little baby Yoda toy here in like a little rucksack. Quite a nice little thing. I think he talks as well, which is pretty cool. Onto the Sonic stuff now, and there's a decent selection here. There's like loads of little plushes as well as figures, but I did notice these absolutely huge Sonic plush toy for like 25 quid, and I think he's absolutely adorable. Very tempted to pick him up. I kind of wish I did now. I think he's fantastic. Also noticed this gigantic Minions banana, which I thought was quite funny. Next off is Asda, and straight away we're looking at the Disney DVD. It's nothing really new here. And the Blu-rays, again, they haven't had no new releases here. No Batman The Long Halloween Part 2, which is strange, but we do have a good selection of stuff nevertheless. All pretty decently priced. Quick look at the chart DVDs, and nothing really new here. They do have a load of cheap ones here, but again, nothing here that really take my fancy. Quick look at the video games, and nothing really new here. We do have a couple of offers like Resident Evil 3, which is on offer, but I've already got that. Nothing new released yet, but a good selection nevertheless. That's enough for Peterborough for today, so let's bugger on off to Kings Lynn. First stop of the day at King's Lynn is Poundland, and as you can guess, it's the same old stuff. Nothing new here whatsoever. It's getting a complete and utter joke. One below now, and again this one hasn't had a new delivery in. I did go into a different one in the week and they did have a new delivery, but I didn't get any footage. This one is the same old stock they've had in week out. But I did notice they seem to be getting rid of a lot of stock off the shelf, so I do wonder whether this store might be closing down. After all this running about, I think it's time for another coffee. No sleep for me tonight, I don't think, the amount of caffeine I've had today. Just got back to the car and noticed this in the car parking space. Not something you see every day now, is it? Morrison's now, and there's no new releases here unfortunately. We do have a couple of copies of Peter Rabbit and Promising Young Woman, but nothing really new here. We do have a few cheap DVDs, but again, nothing here that really takes my fancy. I did notice, however, this nice display for Peter Rabbit, which looks pretty good. And the final Poundland of the day. I mean, I was going past it, so I thought, you know what, might as well pop in. But as you can guess, it's the same old stuff. So they do have everybody's favourite film, the Harry Hill movie. A quick look in Sainsbury's, and unfortunately they haven't got the new release of Batman The Long Halloween, but again they do have a great and varied selection of Blu-rays here, but unfortunately they don't really drop them down in price, which is a shame, as they're coming out of Blu-rays. You kind of thought they'd do like a big flash sale to get rid of it all, but hey, here's a quick look at all the Blu-rays and some of the DVDs they've got on offer. Also, whilst in Sainsbury's, we wanted to pick up some bottles of water, but hey look, this is the water aisle in Sainsbury's. Nothing, complete bare and barren. It's unbelievable. And the final stop of the day is Tesco number 2, and unfortunately this one hasn't actually got any new releases whatsoever. It's the same old stuff from last week. You've got Peter Rabbit and like Wonder Woman, but nothing really new here. There's quite a few titles on offer, but again, nothing really here that takes my fancy. A quick look at the cheap DVDs and the chart DVDs, and nothing really new here, but I did notice they have still got that G.I. Joe collection here for $36.99. Absolute joke, because now in my other local Tesco they've dropped it down to £10, so I assume now it is £10 across the board. So anyway, that's enough shopping for today, so let's bugger off home and see what I got. people, and it's been a pretty fun day. I got up real early and we went to Peterborough and we got stuck in a load of traffic yet again. But hey, we had a look around the shops, see what was there, picked up a couple of things, and we also did go to Kingsland as well and had a look in the shops in there. Didn't get any footage from H&V because it was packed, but not too bad overall. And we also saw a tank. Yeah, certainly something to see on a Blu-ray hunt. But nevertheless, we are home now, and let's go through the pickups and posts we've had for the past week. First up is not games, but gaming memorabilia, sort of like. First up, I went in H&V in the week, and you know they do like all these sort of notebooks about like Star Wars, Frozen and that. They had a Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild one in for $3.99. Absolute bargain. Normally it's 11 quid, and I have been eyeing it up for quite a while, and then I saw it for 4 quid, so I had to snap it up. Lovely blue, like leather-like material. It's got like a silhouette of Link shooting a bow, and like all the pages have got like a golden sort of tint to them. It's absolutely beautiful. It's got like the chic slate at the back. Absolutely wonderful. So glad I picked it up. Really good price, 4 quid. Also noticed in H&V they had a couple of mugs real cheap. They had some Star Wars ones, Deadpool ones, but something a little bit different was a Spyro mug. Yeah, big fan of Spyro the Dragon, especially the recent Reignited trilogy. So I picked up this lovely mug, and it was only $2.99, so not too bad. And the final bit of gaming related pickups this week is actually a rubber duck. Yeah, hang on a minute. A couple of years ago they started to release these rubber ducks like based on popular characters from like video games and movies. We had Ghostbusters ones, we had Street Fighter ones, and one of my favourite video game franchises is Yakuza. And they've done one for the main character, Kazuma Kiryu, and this is it. That's really good. I really like this. I picked this up from Game. It's normally like $12.99 or 15 quid, but it only cost me $4.99, so it isn't too bad. So yeah, it's a rubber duck holding a bike. He's got a little beard. Yeah, fantastic. So yeah, it's not something I'm going to collect, but just because I like the character and the video game series, I picked it up for a £5. I might pick up a couple of others that they do, because I think they do like a Metal Gear Solid one, but with this one, I'm very happy with it. On to the actual films now, and I popped into One Below in the week, and my local one actually had a new delivery. So I picked up the original version of True Grit with John Wayne and Glenn Campbell. Did pick up the remake a couple of years ago from Poundland and actually didn't mind it. This is the original, the classic True Grit, so I'm very looking forward to giving this one a go. And he was fantastic in The Dark Knight. I've never seen no other films with him in, and that's Mr. Heath Ledger. And they had this double pack which includes Ned Kelly and A Knight's Tale for only a quid with this lovely slipcover. Don't really know nothing about both films, but for a quid with a nice slipcover, it's really hard to say no. Tesco now do cheap Blu-rays and DVDs. They only really do a limited selection. I couldn't get no footage today of it because it was jam-packed around it, but in the week I did pick up a couple. They do a varied selection of Fast and Furious 7 and 8 in like a double pack for a quid. Some Resident Evil films, Spider-Man films, some Bourne films. They even have like a Peter Rabbit cartoon box set for like 2 quid. But these are the ones that I picked up, and that is Born on the 4th of July with Tom Cruise for only a quid. Haven't seen this film, but I have heard of it. This is apparently the collector's edition. Comes with a load of special features. Born on the 4th of July. I don't really know much about it. I think it might be a war film, but I've heard a lot of positive things about it, so I'm looking forward to watching it. And another one is a regular that's been popping up in Poundland, but I never really picked it up. But for 2 quid, I picked up the Equalizer from Tesco. I think I might have seen this before, but it's got Denzel Washington in, and it's like an action thriller, so it should be a good time. There is a download code in this, so I might give that one away, but yeah, really looking forward to watching The Equalizer. I think there is a sequel, but I'll watch that one first. Had a delivery from Amazon in the week, and I had the first purge delivered. I've already got like the first two purges. I picked them up from One Below in a double pack, and I did get the Purge Election Year from Poundland, and this was the only one I needed to complete the current collection before the new one comes out later this year on Blu-Ray. I've never seen the films, so I don't honestly know why I picked it up, mainly because it was like only £2.50, but I'm looking forward to giving all the Purge films a go, and ultimately doing like a ranking video. The big release of last week was Peter Rabbit, and yes, I did pick it up in the week. My Tesco vouchers finally arrived, so I thought, you know what, give it a go. It only cost me about £7 after the vouchers were deducted. So yeah, the first one is a pretty much guilty pleasure of mine. I really did enjoy it, so I'm looking forward to the sequel. It's always a bit of fun, and it also comes with like this download code. And with this one, you can get a selection of films like the original Peter Rabbit, Spider-Man, Homecoming, Spider-Verse, Ghostbusters, Angry Birds movie, and Jumanji. There's a load of films on here, but most of them I've already got. So again, I might give this away in a giveaway. And I also had another couple of deliveries from Amazon. First up is the original Candyman. Never seen it, but I've heard a lot of positive things about it, so I'm looking forward to giving this one a go. This one is getting a remake, reboot, sort of sequel later this year. I know, so yeah, I want to watch this one first. I think there might be some sequels to Candyman, but I'm not very sure. But again, I heard it's a great film, so look forward to giving this one a go. And the final pickup of this week is the Sister Street Fighter collection. Popped into H&B and it's gone up to like £30 or £25, which is quite a lot of money, I think. But I checked on Amazon and it went down to like £9.20 odd, so I snapped it up real quick. This one basically is a selection of Japanese martial arts films. I think there's like 4 or 5 films on here on a 2-disc set. So for like £10, it's really hard to say no. Yeah, there is 4 films, so yeah. That's the Sister Street Fighter collection. Really looking forward to watching this one. So anyway, that's the video. Well, that's all the pickups and posts done for this week. Thank you very much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Tomorrow we'll be having another live stream. James Millership, Jim Jam Movies and TV, will be joining me once again, along with Andy from Forgotten World of Movies. This week our special guest is Movie Worm, so I'm really looking forward to meeting him for the first time. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you could like and subscribe, that would be totally awesome. And as always, till next time, bye.